mulberry. This one seems to be doing a lot better than this one over here. Apple tree taking a fungal hit from what it looks like. We'll work on those. Avocado is doing really well. Here's our vine. On lemon tree. Clouds are getting a little nasty right now. And over here, got our black sapote. Leaves are getting really shiny. And so interesting, in this lantana, we now have a challenger. What appears to possibly be tomatillos. Don't know if those were in the compost or what. Here's our peppermint. And here we've got our moringa doing really well. And next to this, we've got our rosemary. Doing really nicely. Comfrey along with chocolate mint. I'm not sure how much different the chocolate mint and the peppermint are, but we're going to find out. Nice marigolds growing there. And our onions. Corn is developing pretty strong stalks here. Burdock box here. As you can see, we've got little carrots still growing there. These hocinators seem to be covering a little bit from whatever funk was going on when they were transplanted. So for some reason, they get bigger on this side. I'm not sure if that's sunlight related or what. And over here, the celery is flowering like crazy. Hopefully, we'll get seeds soon. And our black cherry tomatoes are doing really well. The green celery, the other one was pink. And another really impressive black cherry tomato. Our little volunteer over there. If you look in here, canola is actually popping up now. It'll be a good cover crop. Just go ahead and kill that and till it in. Towards the end, when fiber optic companies are done. And turmeric is doing really well. And I've completely redone this bed now. So this is now kind of a combination of things. We've got comfrey in the back row. And then we've got 2 rows of sweet potatoes growing in here, along with a row of kale, hoping for it to be all be staggered by the fall. Look really nice, hopefully. And here we've got our horseradish, looking real nice. And green stalk still needs a little bit of work. Apparently we've got a problem with infestation here. And I went ahead and pulled all the honeyworts. It had just been bedded down by the storms too much. So we've got nasturtiums in there right now. I'm not sure what I'm going to plant on this other side, but I'll work on that. Moving over to strawberry beds. Going to be adding some okra to this, just as a thing to not waste the entire bed. Sooner or later, it'll stop yielding strawberries. Starting to slow down now. And this bed now also has canola in it, just as a test. And I'll use it as organic matter and just chop it up and add it to the soil amendments here. Make it retain water a little better. Aloe's still doing well there. No activity on our mushroom logs yet. The other strawberry bed. Once these are ready for transplant, they'll be going in the green stalk over there. Hopefully we'll have that zombie problem taken care of by that time. And I went ahead and planted rattlesnake beans in this, getting it ready for the heat. And hopefully it'll grow up this trellis. And on the other side here, I have purple potted green beans. And we're just going to grow those up both sides and see if we can get those harvested before it gets too hot. And looking over here, we've got tiger melons forming. Doing really well. Still no sign of Kajari melons. They will come though. I'm pretty confident we haven't had any trouble with Kajari melons. And looking at the tomato plants here, it's a nice messy jungle. I'm a bit concerned about pruning these because I'm concerned it'll cause sun scald with all the heat we've been having lately. So I'm probably going to keep them this way. But so far, we've been getting a lot of good cherry tomatoes. Uh, and over here, we've got our canary melons growing real well. We're going to have at least 2 more. They're actually getting some size on them. That'll be good. And over here we've got our watermelon. And here I'm pretty sure this is a honey nut, which is a cross of a butternut and a honey squash. But we'll see what that does. I went ahead and went through here and dug up all of the random suckers from the elderberry tree. They were getting kind of tall, so I'm going to figure out what to do with them, whether I pot them up and give them away or what. The main elderberry tree is looking really nice. That's just an idea of what the suckers were starting to look like. I'll have to take that one out too, probably. And here's our comfrey growing next to it. If you look, we have celosia growing really well here. That whole basket will fill up as it gets warmer. And somebody forgot their tool in the yard. And still have not harvested the fennel. Just going to let it grow, see what it does. And here we've got our sugar cane. And the sunflower is probably ready to pick now. So we've got a little bit of harvesting to do. But I went ahead and weeded this bed. And here's all the ginger. You can see it a lot easier now. And Rosella tomatoes in here. As you can see from the compost pile, we've been a little busy with weeding this week. And if you look at these beans really close, you see here they've got tendrils on them. They're going to start hopefully flowering and growing beans soon. So these will be Texas 40 cream peas. And looking here, got the feverfew kind of sitting there idle. And here we go with our canna. Two young ones have not popped up yet, but they will soon, I'm sure. Beans are really productive, just leaving them be. Got enough jars just for my wife and I, and now we're growing some seeds so that we can grow these again next year. I've started cleaning this up. I've learned Confederate jasmine now has a new name. They're calling it star jasmine. Oh, okay. And a lot of the herb pots have been taken out. I took out the ones that died, watered what I could save, and this is what we've got left, along with a few others. Mammoth basil is huge. I'll have to find out when I need to harvest that. There's our catnip. I have to see if this mammoth basil is like regular basil, where you just pinch the centers out. There's our cinnamon basil. random plants here. Some of them have died. And looking here, our black strawberry is doing really well. I went ahead and pruned all of the leaves that were dying on this just to see if I could keep the disease down on it, see what it does. Its sibling over here is not doing very well. Don't think that one will make it, but did a lot of pruning on these as well. Super Sweet 100s in the hanging basket. They seem to be doing okay. Gave them a watering this week, and we'll just see where they stand. Hopefully they'll bush out and we'll get a bunch of small cherry tomatoes out of that. And then looking over here, been a lot of activity on my bench here. Got all of our peppers up potted, and hopefully they'll start growing and get to a point where we can get some production out of them. I did plant these a little late because my first batch of seedlings did not make it. So we'll see what goes on from there. Still got a few sweet potato slips to figure out what to do with. And looking at my sweet potato stock here, we're growing new slips there too. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. I'll figure it out soon though. And give you a view of the entire garden here. Been kind of windy. The crepe myrtles are starting to bloom, but other than that, it's been a pretty nice day. A little warm, but we're doing okay. Thanks for watching.